Welcome everyone to the first of many technique videos. This video will cover the squat. Specifically, we'll get into knee position, hip position, foot pressure, as well as the back angle and how those all relate. A lot of my information comes from Juggernaut Training, specifically from Max Aita and Colin Burns. I'll link a couple videos in the bottom so you can check those out as well. Enjoy. Alright, getting into this first video, you're going to see a few reps of a hips back squat. This is pretty typical of how I squatted a couple years ago. When I first learned squatting 5 or 6 years ago, this is how I was taught. The hips go back. New positions that I'm learning in the last year or two, letting my knees drive forward, allowing my hips to go more straight down, keeping my back angle more vertical. In these next couple videos, you'll see the hips going back here. You're going to see the back angle is more exaggerated, it's more forward, puts a little more pressure on the back. Okay, in this next video here, you'll see the knees go down, back angle stays more consistent throughout the squat. The hips are moving in a more up and down direction rather than forward to back. This, again, a little bit exaggerated hip back squat. The pressure stays more in the heel, a little less balanced. This next angle here is going to show you more pressure through the midfoot, keeping a little more pressure in the quad and more straight up and down. All right, now we've got some slow motion videos here. This first one is going to be a hips back position. You'll see the back angle is increased. The knees go forward at the bottom, and then you'll see as the squat comes up, the hips are going to rise first, the knees will push back, the back angle will increase before the squat is finished. So this position, a couple things that it does, puts a little more pressure on the knees and the back. As we adjust and we let the knees come forward all the way to the bottom, the back angle is allowed to stay more vertical, and then coming out of the squat, pressure in the midfoot, knees stay forward, more drive through the quad, and finish with the glutes at the top. Okay, side angle here. Hips going back. On this one, you'll see the foot pressure. Okay, as the squat comes back to the top, you'll see how foot pressure is shifted to the heel, and the bar is lined up over the top of the knee. The hips are back angle is increased. For me, this is what put a lot of the pressure into my knees and into my low back. This next version here, where I let my knees come forward and take my hips straight down, is what's been eliminating a lot of that pain. Keeping a little bit more pressure in my quads in the bottom of the movement, really focusing on squeezing my quads through the squat all the way to the top, still finish with the glutes. Another angle here, you're seeing the hips go back. The hips stay back. Again, you'll see foot pressure goes to the heel, especially as you're coming out of the squat. Foot pressure back to the heel, more pressure on the back, more pressure on the knees. Okay, and in this last video here, you'll see more knees forward, staying forward, torso stays upright. This allows for a little more work with the legs and a lot less work on the back. Also eliminated for me a lot of the pressure I was feeling in my knees and a lot of the pain that came with that. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Special thanks to Max Aita again and Colin Burns for their help and the videos that they've provided. I'll shoot a link to them in the bottom here. Feel free to comment any questions in the bottom and subscribe so you can check out future videos. Thanks.